Really proud of the way we played defensively. I think Dan and a few spurts of Nate on Palmer was a big part of our success. They're one of the better three-point shooting teams in Division II, and to hold them to 3 of 20 and hold a score like Palmer down is big. I thought we moved the ball again pretty well offensively. 12 assists, 12 turnovers. We didn't move it quite as well in the second half, but I was really happy with Hobson and Pete. I've been on those guys pretty hard for a while here, and they stepped up today. Hobbs made some big shots, made some plays defensively. Pete got off to a little bit of a rough start, but then he had some big baskets, and down the stretch, we were able to play him at the 5 and switch the screens to guard the three-point line. That last 6 minutes, threes were the way they were going to be able to come back, and having that versatility with Pete was big.
You kind of touched on it, but getting Hobbs involved, it's something they've been trying to figure out how to do for several weeks at this point. Talk about, like, especially his first half, hitting a couple of key threes for you to help kind of create some separation early in the game.
Yeah, definitely. The shots were huge, but the thing that Hobbs has been focusing on is just being solid, defensively focusing on that, not focusing on the offense, and that's what we're really trying to preach. Just move the ball, compete every possession, play hard defensively. The offense will come. And you know what? He was out there and he did well Thursday defensively, and he did okay tonight. He made some plays. He was in the right spots. He made some good communication decisions in some rotations to help take away the three. And then the shots came, and they were huge shots. He changed the game. Really happy for him.
Dawson gets off to a good start for you. He doesn't score a lot of points, but it's helping set that tone early in the game for you.
100%. They game planned for Dawson today. I mean, they came in, they had some different looks to double him. He's been passing well. He turned it over a little bit today. But it's probably one of the first games where somebody came in and said we need to game plan a little bit for him. And you know what? Just throwing it into him opens up everything else. We got a lot of good looks from three and some open things on the perimeter and some long closeouts because they're so worried about Norgard inside. And I know he only shot 3 times, and the stat line's not all there, but his impact is much more than that.
Given the way the last several games have gone, being on the road and everything, how important was it to come home and have these 2 efforts back-to-back like this and be able to have something you can build on?
I mean, it's hugely important. It's also frustrating as a coach because, I mean, we're not doing anything that different. We're doing what we've been preaching for weeks on end, and we don't always do it. And now the key is to build on it and to realize what got you there, playing hard, competing, defense, move the ball, and not go away from that and realize that's why we're having success, and continue to build on that and not break apart and do some of that stuff again. So hopefully we build on it. It's a big weekend, and it's nice to win at Carnival, and looking forward to the next challenge.
You had 4 guys in double figures today.
Yep.
Talk about having that balance in your offense and being able to not having teams able to key on any one guy.
100%. I mean, 4 or 5 guys in double figures, that's when you're at your best, and that's when you preach. And I know there's times when you got the hot hand, you want to ride it too. But, I mean, the playmaking that Dan and Marcus are doing is huge. I mean, Marcus had 4 assists, 1 turnover. And, I mean, he had at least 3 other passes that were just dots that got people wide open shots or whatnot. And, I mean, that's awesome that he's going to make the playmaking. Dan had some good passes, and the ball's moving. And when other guys start stepping up, it makes it hard. And Dawson wasn't even in double figures, but his impact and threat opened up a lot for everybody else too. So, I mean, the more dangerous guys you have out there and the more guys the other team has to prepare for, the tougher you are to guard.
With it being Winter Carnival week, how excited were you to see the boys get to experience, everything that is Winter Carnival, and then have the home crowds you did and be able to get the 2 wins?
I mean, it's awesome. I'm hoping they didn't get to experience all that much Winter Carnival because they were supposed to be in bed at 10 o'clock on the all-nighter night, and hopefully nothing else the last 2 because we were focused on hoops. Tonight they can can get a little bit more of the carnival experience. But it was good. They had 2 days of school, 2 days to kind of just focus on basketball, which was huge. And I don't know that anybody in this group has been here for a carnival. Maybe the COVID year, but the last 2 years we've been on the roads. Nobody on this roster, I think, has gotten to really experience a carnival. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the 2 wins. The guys played hard and worked hard, and it's a good weekend. Now we got to build on it.
Northern next week certainly won't be easy, but you have them here. So how do you prepare this week for them?
I think we've got some good ideas. We had some things that worked and some that didn't work the first time we played them, and we definitely got some ideas from the things that didn't work. And we'll probably give them an extra day off this week, just because it's the grind of the season, and maybe have a little bit shorter practices. But we'll get into Northern Michigan a little bit sooner in the week than we normally do for a team. We'll do a little bit of us, but we'll be prepared for Northern. And obviously, it's going to take a good effort with them being at the top of the league. You're going to have to make some shots. You're not going to hold Northern to 52. But we're capable of making shots in this gym, and we're capable of putting together a pretty good defensive effort.